know what to do. You gripped by fear. It's time to stop being afraid and stand together. And we got these young mothers, this beautiful Gwen Woods and this lovely Danica Chapman. And they standing here even in the face of the murder of their own children. Come of flesh of their flesh and from their wombs. They're standing here anyway. And so we are here, and I'm glad that we're all here. And we are various in our colors, but we understand one common ground issue. We have an enemy out here, and we can't continue to allow this. So let's join as the power of the people. Let's stand up, let's be soldiers, and let's fight with what is right. And I'm not going to say it, I ain't going to say it because I love Minister Christopher. You know, I see Minister Christopher, he's become my leader, even though I didn't intend for this to happen. But I seem to be taking more and more instructions from him and more leadership from him, because the nation in this area, the nation is the last man standing, as I like to say, because we lost the party. Black Panther Party is over. We're remembering it this year. It's the 50th anniversary of the founding. Black Panther Party is over. They destroyed all of us. They destroyed the spirit of the Panther. I see the spirit of black people is broken. When I look at these brothers and sisters in the nation, I say, good God, they standing strong. Everybody likes how they look. They looking good, standing strong. So that's why we're looking to leadership, because we need to be organized and we need to be disciplined. Don't go out here doing crazy stuff. That don't mean you don't do crazy stuff together, but it just means you don't want to get caught, you know. You don't want to get a case. You don't want somebody to say you were crazy in Dallas. You don't want nobody to say, well, what was wrong with him in Baton Rouge? Well, we all know what's wrong, and we know we have to right that wrong. So I want to say thank you for coming out. Thanks to my dear sister, beautiful mother Gwen Woods. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be in your presence and to be a part of your struggle, because I am a part of your struggle, not only as a revolutionary, but as a woman, a black woman with a child, a mother too. And the same thing to my beautiful sister Danica, like my little baby girl and her little lovely girl that's followed her around for 5 years, walking through all these streets like a little child from 4 years old to 9, little mini me. Little mini Manika. And all these women that can stand here, it's time for us to stand together, isn't it? So let's say it together. Power to the people. All power to the people.
Let's give it up for Sister Elaine. The Justice for Mario Woods movement. Because we understand that Mother Gwen needs a chorus behind her and standing with her so that she's not singing solo. So we decided that Sister Danica was living in Seattle, Washington, after the loss of her beautiful son, Kenneth Harding Jr. She set up the foundation in the name of Kenneth Harding and started feeding people right here on 3rd Street in honor of the memory of her son. And every week, like clockwork, made sure people had food, clothing, shelter in memory of her son, and got disillusioned because it's painful when you're trying to do good and people are trying to write out history of her son. And she had very few allies, but we always stayed with her. And when we found out she moved back to Seattle, we determined for the second time not just to move her down here to fight the case, but we wanted her down here permanently. So the Justice for Mario Woods movement moved her, got her in a U-Haul, got her stuff, and moved her to the Bay Area so that she could join our fight. Let's hear from Mother and Sister Danica Chapman.
Well done, well done.
God, thank each and every one of you. Without the guidance of Brother Minister Christopher, I don't know where I would be right now. And without my mama, Sister Elaine, mentoring me, guiding me, changing the steps in my life, Brother Minister told me, one day at a time, give us this day. So I was told that my healing would come from my helping. And that's where the food program was born. Mama said, we got to feed the community. And that's what we did. And we still doing it. And so I would just like to say that I'm overwhelmed. I'm going back into the lion's den. I'm prepared. They can't stop me. They can't shut this mouth. We shut Muni down 2 years in a row. So if y'all want to keep playing games, we done played all the games there is to play. So bring it. That's all I said. What you're hearing right now is the sound going pop. Everybody's tired. Everybody's fed up. So you see it happening city by city throughout this country. So all of us should be at that point where we're going pop, but it has to come out in a positive nature. We need organization. We need guidance. We need our steps ordered. Look what we'll do on our own. We can't do that. We need organization. We need guidance so that everything will come out right. Purpose. Purpose. Live for it. Don't exist. Live for purpose. Thank you.
This is powerhouse. This is a great day, isn't it? Look at the God. He blessed us with a bright, sunny day. Warm, 70-some degrees with a light breeze. We thank him for smiling on this gathering. We thank him for his healing. We thank him for his grace. This community's wounded. Reverend Branner, I see you, my brother. We need the pastors like this man standing up.
Amen. Amen.
It's not enough to preach a good sermon on Sunday, but you got to stand up on Monday through Saturday. Too many of us sit on the sideline and watch how the politics are going to play out. What side is the mayor on? We don't care nothing about what, if he's not on the right side, and he going to hear from the people, because we're not accepting anything less than the political machinery of this town giving this mother the satisfaction that those officers who murdered her son bring them to justice and charge them with some degree of murder. Nothing less. Nothing less. Mario Wood's life mattered. It's unfortunate that the militarization of law enforcement has increased the kind of bloodshed that we're seeing, because law enforcement now sees black and brown as enemy combatants, where you now are dealing with us the way you are dealing with people in lands across the country or around the world as war combatants. So you're not even engaging us as human beings now, but you somehow see any black man or brown man as a domestic terrorist. This climate is not healthy. And that's why people of conscience and good sense and wisdom have to carry the discourse today. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
People of right thinking. If we're going to have community policing, it has to start with police living in the community. How dare you police BayView and live in Vacaville, live in Fairfield, live in Pittsburgh, live somewhere way out there, but you come here to do dirty work. But if you lived here, then we would be your neighbors. If you lived here, then we would shop together. If you lived here, we would bowl together, or go to school together, or worship together. Then we would know you and you would know us. Then we wouldn't see you as an occupying force. We would see you as somebody who lives down the street. Muhammad Ali, when he was a young boy, got his bike stolen. And it was a police officer, he wanted to report his bike stolen. And the policeman said, well, I don't know who took your bike, but you sound like you want to fight somebody. Why don't you come in this gym and I'll teach you how to box? Well, that's policing at its best. But what we have today is the mind of an occupying force. You don't live in this community. You come to this community because you're looking for action. In fact, one sergeant said, I wanted to be transferred to BayView so I could kill niggas. This is a trainer of officers. How much has that mindset permeated the BayView station, where you shoot first and ask questions later? This is the kind of action and mindset that destroys the concept of community policing. So we have to redefine community policing today. If you're not going to move back or come to this community to live so we can know you, get acquainted with you, and you could have known Mario like Mother Woods knew her son. You could have known Mario like those who